Today, we're unpacking the story of Harmony, 1, a blockchain that shot for the moon with a powerful promise, but then found itself in some serious trouble.
All right, so let's just jump right in. This question, it's pretty much the holy grail of the entire crypto world. It's what people call the blockchain trilemma. The basic idea is that you can pick two of these things, but you can almost never get all three at once. You want lightning fast and super cheap? Well, your security might suffer. You want Fort Knox level security? Get ready for slow, expensive transactions.
And this is exactly the problem Harmony came to solve. At the time, big players like Ethereum were getting totally clogged up, Transactions were slow and gas fees were just sky high. So Harmony comes along with this incredibly ambitious promise. We're going to give you insane speed, super low costs, and true scalability, and we're not going to compromise on security to do it.
So the big question is, how are they planning to pull that off? I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true, right? Well, it all boiled down to one key technological innovation that got a ton of people really, really excited.
And that innovation is called sharding. The easiest way to think about it is to imagine a huge supermarket on a holiday weekend, but it only has one checkout lane. The line is out the door, right? Sharding is like that supermarket suddenly opening up, say, 20 new checkout lanes all at once. It splits the network's massive workload into smaller, manageable pieces, or shards, and that lets a whole bunch of transactions get processed at the exact same time.
The way Harmony implemented this was, honestly, pretty elegant. The network gets split into these fragments, or shards. Transactions are then processed in parallel across all of them simultaneously, and then all those results are securely stitched back together onto the main chain. It's that parallel processing that's the real secret sauce behind its incredible speed.
And for a while, man, it worked like a charm. Their mainnet went live in 2019, they got the full sharding tech rolled out by 2020, and then in 2021, bam! A super popular game called DeFi Kingdoms launched on Harmony, and it brought this massive wave of users onto the platform. It was proof that the tech could actually handle real-world demand. But that amazing, explosive growth was about to run headfirst into a devastating test. All that ambition that had powered Harmony's rise was about to collide with a very, very harsh reality.
See, for Harmony to be useful, it couldn't be an island. It needed to connect to other blockchains so people could move their assets around. These connections are called bridges. But as the saying goes, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And for Harmony, that weak link turned out to be one of its most critical bridges.
In June of 2022, disaster struck. The Horizon Bridge, which connected Harmony to Ethereum, was hacked. Attackers found vulnerability, compromised the private key securing it, and just walked away. The result? $100 million stolen. This wasn't just a bump in the road. It was an absolute catastrophe that became the turning point in Harmony's entire story.
The fallout was immediate and brutal. People's funds were gone. The trust that the community had in the project was just shattered. Development across the whole ecosystem pretty much ground to a halt. And the damage went way beyond just Harmony. It was a massive wake-up call for the entire industry about just how vulnerable these cross-chain bridges really were.
So this left Harmony at a massive crossroads. The project had proved its tech was fast, it was cheap, it worked, but the hack exposed this colossal vulnerability. The question now was, could it possibly recover and still compete in a market that was getting more crowded by the day? And if you look at the competitive landscape, Harmony still absolutely holds its own on the core promises of speed and cost. I mean, it's right up there with giants like Solana and Polygon. But the real struggle, where you see the damage from the hack, is in the size of its ecosystem. It took a huge hit, and the team has been fighting an uphill battle to rebuild that trust ever since.
But the team didn't just pack it in. They laid out a path forward. Their official roadmap is all about doubling down on their strengths, like making their sharding tech even better, while also trying to expand into DeFi and gaming. But really, the #1 priority is and has to be strengthening that cross-chain security so that something like the Horizon hack can never happen again.
But let's be real. That path is filled with some serious hurdles. The competition from other blockchains is just fierce. The project's success is now completely dependent on winning back developers and users. And like every single crypto project out there, it's facing risks from potential centralization and a regulatory environment that's, well, anyone's guess.
When you step back and look at the whole picture, Harmony's story is this powerful case study. It shows us what's possible, how a blockchain can achieve that amazing combination of scale, speed, and security.
But it also serves as a stark reminder of the painful lessons that come from making mistakes on the cutting edge.
In a way, Harmony's journey is the story of the entire crypto space in miniature, isn't it? It's a world filled with unbelievable ambition and, at times, crushing adversity. And whether that ambition will be enough to overcome the challenges, well, that's a question that's still being answered.